Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another NuubCast. This is Blomus bringing you a 1v1 on Delta Quadrant. Delta Quadrant is a mainstay, and it seems like it's the only map that's still here from when we first started on the ladder. Here's Prime spawning as the red Protoss in the red trunks, and Dark Omicron spawning in the blue trunks as Protoss. Yes, Prime is from the Ukraine, apparently, or from the UK, like White Raw. Yeah, there you go. What are you doing playing on the NA server, brah? Maybe it is White Raw. Oh, shoot. Could you imagine? Prime, White Raw's account on NA is Prime and he plays Terran. That would be hilarious. Anyway, welcome to NuubCast, where noobs are noobs and good players are good players. Dark Omicron being one of those good players. High-level masters. Well, actually, I'm not sure if he's high-level masters, but he is in masters. I forget if he's like 33,000, 3,300 something masters maybe. Mine no remember, so we have to assume then that Prime 2 is of the Masters variety. The Masters variety Terran. So what that means on NuubCast is you're not going to see a lot of the kind of mistakes that you make, hopefully. You're not going to see a lot of failed saturation like we see a lot in NuubCast, in our noobier games. Man, I cannot speak tonight, my goodness. We're not going to see a lot of fails. We're not going to see a lot of supply blockage like you see when you watch my games. We're not going to see, you know, failed build orders like you can often find in our newbier matchups. Very interesting Cybercore placement. Very interested in that spot. Curious as to why he would put it over there. Although against Terran, Protoss, my experience against Terran is, you know, where Zerg, you build everything up in here, guard the ramp. Terran, you want everything to be back. You want your army to be in this wide open area so that if you do get attacked, you're able to have a nice big fat concave and take out your enemy as they arrive. Second gas going down. Prime coming in for another look. Sees the second gas. And, you know, early game, all about scouting for these guys. Dark Omicron was in, saw what he wanted to see. As you can see, also, again, the Terran player not walling in, as is often the case with a lot of early builds. You know, they spy out, they put the barracks down, they build it here at the wall, and then when they scout and see that there's no cheese happening, no early forge, no proxy gates, then they go ahead and move the barracks back, put the add-on on, and then build like this, like a bunker or something, because they're not worried about that early ches. Only one gas here for Prime, which means we're probably going to see a couple of tech labs go down. You can probably operate two Rax Marauders on one gas pretty easily. So it looks like we're going to see 3 racks push here by the Terran player. Very difficult build for Protoss to hold off. We're going to see 3 gates Twilight. So we're looking at Blink Stalkers for Dark Omicron. As we see a couple of sentries to hold the gate against the early Rax aggression, which we are very likely to see. The the SCV out here scouting just to see if there's an early expand by the Terran, by the Protoss. Terran, if the Protoss decides to get that early expansion, can really, and very good spot for this SCV. Protoss, a lot of times, will put a pylon right here. I love to do this. If you play against me on this map, you always want to check out here, because invariably on this map, unless I have another completely different build, whether I'm doing 3-gate robo, 4-gate, whatever it is I decide to do, I'm going to put a pylon on that ledge and try and warp zealots in to kill your SCVs, kill your drones, kill your probes, whatever the case. And I would say I win a lot of games on this map, and it's because of that strategy, because people don't scout that little spot right there. So you always want to check that out. I'm surprised to see Dark Omicron actually pushing here. Looks like he's going to wait for Blink to get finished. I thought he was going to take a more defensive stance and wait for the Terran aggression, which invariably comes. Stim just about finished, Blink just about finished, Concussive Shell about halfway done. So maybe Dark Omicron is thinking, let's get in there before the Marauders have their Concussive Shell. I thought we might have seen a Blink up into the base, but too many units. Dark Omicron gets a little bit cold feet, I think, seeing all those Marauders. And he is going to pull back to the middle of his base and wait and see what his scout sees over here. Look's going to see, oh, looks, he blinks into the back door, and he, I probably would have waited. I probably would have blunk over here. Yeah, just like I would have waited, sat, and took out that depot from over here, and then blunk over, so I don't give away. I mean, now he knows. Now Prime knows that that he's gone for Blink, and now he knows about the expansion as well. He's going to see that, and now he's going to move out. Seeing the expansion wants to make him pay. He knows he's going to be a little bit short on money, having dropped that expansion, so he's not going to have as many units. Very smart. This is a good spot to push in. He's got Stim, and so right now, good. Look at that. Cancel on the Nexus. Going to be warping in some more units. Gets a pylon out here to make it a little bit easier to warp guys in to reinforce this battle. Getting the Zealot legs almost finished, and here come the Terran, going to probably stim prior to the ramp and run up the ramp. Probably surprised to see the canceled Nexus. Probably surprised to see that canceled Nexus here. So may decide to stay back. Dark Omicron was briefly supply blocked there. No longer. Sending out a Zealot to scout and see where the Terran army is. I'm curious to see. We have a forge finishing up here, and now the Terran player, having seen the Protoss player cancel his Nexus, now putting up a command center of his own, trying to take now an economic advantage. He's got the intimidation factor out here. I wonder if he's going to send the Stalkers down here to break down the rocks. Oh, blinking out with, whoa, oh wow, great force fields trapping all these players, the Zealots coming in, and now the Stalkers blinking around from the outside. This is what you call the hammer and the anvil. Wow, fantastic play by Dark Omicron, using the force fields as the anvil, and then the Zealots were the hammer to smash the Terran players up against the anvil. Wow, fantastic use of force field. I can't say that enough. That was so cool. Running into another sizable force here, though. Not going to be able to use force fields to the same degree. Those force fields actually working against Dark Omicron, and instead of allowing Zealots access to the Terran forces, just gave him an opportunity to run away, and that's really all it was. And it looks like he is now going to lose at least one sentry, now 2 sentries. And Dark Omicron wasting the force fields, so that, I mean, knowing that he was going to lose the sentry, wanted to try and do something with it, I assume. Wow. And Dark Omicron taking a third, kind of a ninja third over here. Highly unlikely that Prime is going to check over here. Orbital is out. Mules are down. No more production facilities as of yet for Prime, but the Ghost Academy's out. Are there ghosts on the field? Let me check. We have no ghosts as of yet. The first ghost just started. Level 1 attack for infantry is up. Level 1 attack for melee weapons for Protoss is up. 1 base ghosting for... Whoa, what is this? This is transfer. This is the biggest transfer of all time, sending everybody to the... I'm guessing to the 3rd now that that's up. Pardon me. Little coffee cough. Gonna take a sip of my yummy beverage. And there's the transfer, and pretty smart. I mean, obviously there's not a whole lot left. Gonna make a few more probes to finish clearing this out, probably 1 per patch, and then leave the rest. Terran scanning away, seeing the expansion. Probably, this is a... Oh, the EMP got off. All but 1 sentry was nailed. And it looks like Terran actually overstimmed that time. Able to take out so many units. So almost every single unit was affected by that EMP. And yet, the Protoss had enough units to hang in. And I would call that a win for Dark Omicron. He's going to go back, and all those sentries are going to recharge their energy. But Prime has lost. His Ghost has lost, and his army. So if we look at the army tab, we're going to see, yes, Dark Omicron with beginning to take a commanding lead, 88 food against 62, and going to be making some more production facilities. As you can see, he's already up to 5, making 2 more, and that's what you want to do as really no matter what race you are, as you expand, as you take on, as we see Prime trying to take his 3rd at the high yield, as you take on more expansions, what you need to do is build more production facilities. As you see, 2 more barracks and now a starport going down, so we're probably going to see medevacs coming out. Not sure what we're going to see out of the factories. We have a reactor. It's got to be Hellions, unless he's going to switch it with the starport afterwards and not use it, which is certainly possible. The 3rd base very well saturated. Natural also kicking it. Mined out. Pretty much at home is Dark Omicron getting it. And now a Stargate going up. Phoenix, always good in the late game. Void Ray, always good in the late game. Tough to do anything but harass with those units. Ghost coming out. Only 1 thus far. Let me get that production tab back up. A Robo coming out. Level 2 weapons. And this command center going to go and park itself at the high yield, ready to do some high yield mining. And now this SCV comes in, sees the 3rd of the Protoss, and I'm guessing Dark Omicron going to come and try and head off any attempts at oh, and the blink. Yeah, I'll take that blink. That's not a bad blink, because all the zealots were already otherwise engaged, and now they're going to come in, clean this up very quickly, and now Dark Omicron absolutely sitting pretty with a 40 food lead, and not a whole lot that Prime is going to be able to do about it. Going to be able to come in very soon, likely, and just deal the damage. Look at it, 4 more gateways coming up. Like I said, that's what you want to do. You want to keep building production facilities. Obviously, you want to be able to use them, and Dark Omicron can afford to do so, because we're just now seeing Prime get saturated on his high yield, and looks like I was right about the swap. Starport goes to the reactor to pump out medevacs, undoubtedly. There they are. And we see a pylon coming over here in the high ground. Planetary Fortress finished. Zealots in here looking to kill some SCVs. Looked like he got a couple kills in before the PF was able to remove his zealot head from his body. Lots and lots of zealots here. and when the Terran player goes bio late game, if I am on upgrades, I do not at all mind a predominantly zealot force, especially especially if they're going to try to EMP me. Oh, wow. That totally escaped. Now, this Nexus about to finish. Got 4 Marauders likely going to stem in and try and kill that 4th base. 4, and there it is. As soon as it finished, we heard the stem. Here they come. Want to take that out as fast as they can. We have Stalkers coming in. Good blink, taking out the medevac first, perfect. Able to kill the Marauders before they're able to take out the Nexus. Nice save by Dark Omicron. And I believe, yep, now up 45 food. And it looks like we're going to see what's going to have to be, I think, a final push. Oh, I don't know, Prime now pumping from 2 high-yield facilities, going to be able to replenish his army very quickly. Dark Omicron is going to have to act quickly, going to take down this army very fast, able to kite these Zealots, but the Blinking Stalkers are going to be an altogether different matter. And with this few number of units left, Dark Omicron is going to be able to move in here and take out this expansion very quickly. Probably could send these pretty much anywhere else, could send them in here. Looks like Prime's going all Marauders at this point. Look at the production facility, former mothership coming out for Dark Omicron, rubbing salt in the wound. Zealots trying to take out this planetary fortress, not going to do it. And DT's coming in now, and that is going to do it because there is no detection over here. Could get a scan in. There's the scan and the planetary fortress. 2-3 shots the DT, and that is that. Oh, fail on the, I guess the stim was to run away, in which case good job because I thought he was going to attack with those 7 Marauders, which would have been less than optimal in my opinion. More guys streaming out for Prime. Still pumping out of one base, high yield expansion, going to send these guys around perhaps to scout this side, and then here comes the mothership going to go and cover Dark Omicron's units. Can he see that? He doesn't see that. And off they go. Looks like they're going to do a drop back here and try and take out the production facilities of Dark Omicron, which is always a good bet. That's one way to get back in a game if you're Terran and or Zerg against a Protoss, is to disable their ability to warp in units. As you can see, a crap ton of gateways now. He's got, I don't even know, that's 12 just in this base. We know he's got more down in the bottom, so he's probably got close to 20 gateways at this point. I like this play by Prime coming in, taking out, I don't know why you take that out. That's kind of silly. Takes out the ability to do upgrades. In my opinion, you hit the Cyber, that's probably the most important building to hit, so he can't make Stalkers. And then you just take out pylons everywhere. DT's coming in without a scan, gonna clean this up nice and easy. Oh, and here is the rest of Prime's army taking the front of Dark Omicron's expansion. Looking pretty good doing it too, but here comes the response by Dark Omicron, and now Prime is sandwiched, unable to do anything. Oh, I totally missed him taking out the planetary fortress. This was the counterattack. I was so busy watching the drop that I missed Dark Omicron. Let's back up a minute. 26. Okay. Here we got the drop over here. And Dark Omicron's response is not to go and take care of the drop, but to come in here and kick some serious butt. And as a response, as a counterattack, we see Prime moving in with his gigantic army to hit from the front while this drop is happening in the back. And now they're going to lift off and meet his doom here in the front. He's got to know that this is a last ditch effort just to do as much damage as he can, because here comes the massive gateway unit army from Dark Omicron, headed up with DTs. More, oh, very nice, taking out the pylon, denying the warp in, and now just going to sit here, able to do Prime's last stand. And he's going to have to GG at this point. I can't imagine that he's going to stay in this game much longer. Just going to heal up and go and drop again, I guess. He just doesn't have the ability to continue to produce. I mean, he's basically mining from one base. He's moving his another command center over to the high yield. Moving in, trying to... Oh my goodness. So many gateways. So many gateways and so much money. I mean, Dark Omicron, at this point, it's really just kind of laughable. And here comes Dark Omicron. Prime, who probably should have left a long time ago. Finally going to say GG. Is we gonna see a GG? No! Come on, guys. No GG. Prime, you hung in there. You played well. It wasn't meant to be. Dark Omicron, freaking awesome game, dude. Love the very good force fields, very nice micro. A friggin' macro your balls off. Friggin' 11 team bases and 75 gateways. Love it! Alright guys, thanks for hanging. That's it for the weekend. I'll be back hopefully on Monday with more casts. Keep climbing that ladder. Ooh, wrong button. Peace.